Fran.
Hello, Chloe.
So today we can celebrate. I have my sparkly gin. It's
I've got
brand new, freshly opened.
I've got tap water.
Fab. So cheers to the announcement of, I'll do it towards the camera. Midnight Sun. Hey!
Yay! It's been 12 years I've waited. You said you never really looked into it.
No, I just didn't want to read it because I was like, if I read this now, I'm only going to get the first bit and then I'm going to want to read the rest of it. So I'll just wait because I'm sure by the end of the year we'll have the book. I really feel like doing the whole I did my waiting 12 years
for 12 years.
So yeah, as usual, I have my glorious cat Crookshanks sitting here, who may just ruin the recording with his shouting, or he may sleep through the whole thing. Who knows?
Or he might just distract us both,
which will make for fun editing later. So yeah, we'll just start off today talking about how excited we are for the Midnight Sun release. I think Fran is way more excited than I am.
Yeah. I was so sad that it never can't talk. I'm so sad that I can't talk. No, I was so sad that they never released a full thing up until now. And I think we Twihearts, is that what people are called?
I think so.
We kept holding on. We kept holding out for hope that maybe eventually one day that book will bless our bookshelf. And it finally will. So excited. No, because honestly, like how old was I? 2008, 12. I should also put my phone on silent, maybe.
Maybe.
So I was 12 years old. Full midst of puberty and emotions. And I was so much in love with Edward. And I just was so desperate to read from his point of view. And I remember because back then, I've got them here. They released the first 12 chapters on Stephenie Meyer's website after a while because she just put them out there officially and was like, yeah, whatever, people can read them. And I have them like bound into a little book. And you can still see at the beginning, because my English was horrendous when I was 12 years old. I still, all the words that I didn't know, I literally went over and with pencil, I don't know if you can see, and like wrote the German meaning of them on top of it. And then after a few pages, I gave up and just never read it. And when I was 12, but then they released, I think the first 6 chapters or something in German. It's the title is horrendous. It's called, if you translate it, Edward at First Glance. And I also have that bound. I've read that version. I have later in life, when I was able to read English, have read the English version of Midnight Sun. And you guys, I was so pissed that they didn't include the first kiss. What's up with that? I was like, I expected to have the kiss in there, but it wasn't, and I was so disappointed. I was so mad because 12-year-old or 13 or 14-year-old friend, whenever I finally got around to read the proper English version, understanding and did understand what the hell's going on in there. And it wasn't Amatella kissing. I was like, this is all I cared about. I just wanted the kissing out of his point of view. But thankfully now that's going to happen. And I also heard that we're going to get around 700 pages because I think Stephenie said that Edward is describing in a bit more, describing stuff a bit more detailed than Bella does. Bella is just, I'm depressed.
Is it also because she is aware there is bits missing of the story?
I think so too.
She's just going to fill them in.
I think so. I think we're going to get a bit more background from what I've heard on various websites now. And we're going to get some more background on the Cullens and also Edward. and then, you know, stuff that goes on during nighttime, like during his hunting seasons and like, you know, whatever. But I'm going to be really intrigued about how it has changed to the draft version.
I love that you have both copies though, as in, so you'll have the actual copy and then the old copy. So when we finally get around to reading it, it's something that you can also check up on whilst we're doing it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Unless you remember stuff really well.
I'm wondering if she's going to take them down, because up till now the first 12 chapters are still up on her website. Wondering if she's going to leave them there or take them down.
If it's different, I imagine she'll take it down.
Maybe.
We also had, this is the year of YA fiction revivals. Yes. We've also had the news of a new Hunger Games book, which I am excited for. I'm still deciding, because I will with Midnight Sun, I will continue waiting until we read it for this podcast.
Yeah.
Because I haven't read it at all, so it'll be interesting to come like straight from it. Hunger Games, I'm not sure if I'll wait.
I won't. I can tell you right now, I won't. So Hunger Games is my favourite fandom, my favourite stories ever. I don't know. My favourite YA book series ever. So I won't. And I love villain origin stories. So I'm really excited because for, if people don't know, it's about President Snow in his younger years, I think when he's around 18, and he kind of weasels up his way on top of everyone else. And he also is a mentor for another girl from District 12 in the, I think it was the 10th Hunger Games. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to learn, you know, why he's going to turn out the way he's going to turn out.
Yeah.
I love origin stories. Really excited.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was another Harry Potter book this year.
That would be awesome. I don't know if people are aware. I mean, I'm really excited for another book as well. It's a lot more famous in Germany. It's a fourth book to a series that's called Inkheart by the German way pronounced, it's Cornelia Funke. I know that a few of her books are also quite famous in other countries. I think she did like Dragon Rider series, and you know, what's it called? What's it called? Lord of the Thieves is one of her other books that takes place in Venice. And yeah, Inkheart series, which is how I fell in love with Brendan Fraser, because he played my favorite character. And also, what's the guy who plays in Marvel?
Oh,
yeah, that actor. Love him as well. Also found him through
Paul Bettany.
Yes. So that's so embarrassing. I met him. He's super nice, guys. Yeah, so those two actors, which I love dearly, they were in a adaptation of Inkheart. And they're bringing out a fourth book with all the characters, which is going to be really exciting. So if anyone has ever heard of those books, if you haven't, you should read them because they're amazing. And it's about the magic of reading, which we love. Yay. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. So I'm really excited for that. So it's a year of YA revivals.
I'm waiting for more. I'm just like, there's going to be any something else. Just like a random, I'm trying to think of any other books. Or like the Fallen series. There's going to be a new Fallen book.
I would love that. Fallen series are trash. But they're so great trash. They're great.
There's a really bad film. I know that. I haven't watched it yet.
I love that film. You have to watch it. It's bad.
Okay, next time we actually get to be like in the same room, we'll watch it together.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. You should watch it. It's just the cringiest thing. If you want another weirdly cringy film, have you seen After? The film that's based on a book, based on a fan fiction of Harry Styles.
No, I've heard about it though. I haven't watched it.
It's on Netflix. It's very terrible. It also gets a sequel. So
oh wow.
There you go.
Yeah. We've got a lot to watch together.
But Fallen, I love it so much.
I'm just so excited. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. You can't just have two like big announcements for two quite big series of new books coming and then the rest of them not bother to do any more.
To be honest, I do kind of believe that on some books or some stories coming out right now have to do with the corona pandemic and people really wanting to cheer other people up. So, you know, at least something positive is coming out of all of this.
Yeah. Also, if there is another Harry Potter book, I will try and find it secondhand so I don't give JK any money because I hate her. Love the world, don't like the author. I really hope it's set backwards. I don't want any books about Harry in the future. I want books about the Marauders. Where are these books? It is all I've wanted for years.
I think the whole Harry Potter fandom has asked for those books. They're like, yeah, we want some prequels, and then she wrote prequels, but like, yeah, but not that pre.
I love the fact that she was like, I'm going to release a new book, and I was like, great. And it's just like Fantastic Beasts with a couple of extra pages in it, and that's what keeps happening. And it's like, great. And she'll just tweet a few things like, did you know this stupid thing about Hogwarts? Stop it. So yeah, Midnight Sun in August. I will probably pre-order it soon, actually.
Yes. 4th of August. Be at your bookstore. Or don't, in case Corona's still going on.
Yeah.
Then order it. Best way through independent booksellers because they need the money.
Yeah, most stores let you do a pre-order, and I just realised that no stores are open. I can't just pop down and be like, hi, I just want to see if I could do a pre-order. Can say it to an empty shop.
Yeah, also I'm saying that and I'm probably gonna order it through Waterstones or Amazon, so
Yeah, I don't know how in demand this book is going to be, but the fact that the website crashed out instantly, I was on the website waiting, and as it got to 0, I was like, here we go, and the screen like started to turn white as obviously something was supposed to happen, and then it just said there was a server error, and then I couldn't get on the website for like a good 3 hours. But I think the news got released somewhere 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
So
it was all over Twitter on like the different news channels, like Good Morning America and Telegraph, or that's where I got them from in the end. And it was like trending top 1 on Twitter as well, so I think it's going to be high demand.
I noticed there was people on my Facebook talking about it that I didn't even know, like Twilight. Suddenly everyone came back out like, I love Twilight. I was like, I didn't know. Like, I've known you for years. How did I not know you liked Twilight?
Fandom is rising. And now we don't care anymore because remember, like in middle school and everyone like Twilight was so uncool and it was so weird when you read Twilight, and now no one cares anymore and everyone comes forward and I'm like, oh my god, I love Twilight. Like I posted about it on Instagram as well, and I had so many people commenting about being like, oh my god, I can't wait to pre-order. I'm like, no.
I think it does, like we talked about it in our first episode about the stigma attached to liking Twilight that really didn't help it grow. I'm still annoyed by the fact that when the director changed, they didn't keep the same style for the films. It ruined it.
Yeah.
Also, just a lot of things ruined it. As did the book, because reading it back, I've realised why I didn't read them again. No, this isn't why I didn't read them again, but it's a good reason not to.